Hello, welcome to my YouTube channel. In this particular video, I have explained you regarding what is meant by data type, classification of data type, and in detail regarding the number data type in Python programming language. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, share this video link with your friends and families, gain the knowledge and rule the world. Data types in a Python programming language. As in any programming language, even in the Python programming language also you have a data type. So the data type identifies the type of value a variable can hold and the operations that can be performed on that data. Every value belongs to a specific data type in an Python. The classification of data types in a Python programming language has been classified into these types. So first one is a numbers. In this one you have integers, floating point, complex. Among the integers you have boolean. All these we use for the purpose of storing and numbers. Integers, it is used for the purpose of storing a whole number. Boolean, it is a subcategory among the integer. It is used for the purpose of storing a Boolean value that can be either true or false. Floating point, it can be used for the purpose of storing a float number, that is in real numbers with the decimal point. Complex, it is used for the purpose of storing a complex number. And each of these can be used for the purpose of storing a single value. The next, sequences. It can be used for the purpose of storing a large number of values or a collection of values. In this one you have strings, lists and tuples. Strings, it can be used for the purpose of storing a group of characters or a group of alphabets or a group of digits or the combinations of those things, even the special symbols. And those has to be written within a single quotes or within a double quotation marks. The quotation marks just indicates the beginning as well as the ending of the string. List, it is used for the purpose of storing a collection of values. Similarly, tuples, it is also used for the purpose of storing a collection of values. Then what is the difference between them? In a list, each of the items are separated by comma and they are written inside the square bracket, whereas in case of a tuple, each of the items are separated by comma but written inside the small parenthesis. And one major difference is in list you will be using a square bracket, whereas in tuple you will be using an small parenthesis, and the tuple values cannot be changed. The next kind of a data type is set. In a set you can use for the purpose of storing an ordered collection of items separated by comma, and the items are enclosed in the flower bracket, that is in curly braces. In the list you will be writing in square brackets, in the tuple you will be writing in small parentheses, whereas in the set you will be writing within a curly brackets. And here there is no duplication of an item is allowed. Then the next kind of a data type is none. It can be used for the purpose of storing a special data type with a single value. It is a special data type with a single value. And why we use this none data type is it is used to signify the absence of value in a situation. That means if a value is not known or unknown, in those cases you can use the value of a variable as none. So the none does not support any special operations, even it is neither a false and even it is not a zero. The next one is a mappings data types. The mappings data type is an unordered data type in Python programming language, and currently a dictionary is the only one kind of a data type which comes under the mapping. and it can be used for the purpose of storing data items in key value pairs, and you will be learning in detail regarding all of these things. First one, number data type. A number data type stores numerical values only. It can be used for the purpose of storing only the numerical values. It is further classified into three different types: int, float, complex. Int, it is used for the purpose of storing an integer numbers. That means a numbers without the fractions or decimal point. It is used for the purpose of storing only the whole numbers, that is an integer values, either the positive or the negative as well as 0. Then the second one is a float. In this type you can store a floating point numbers. That means a numbers with a decimal point. As a fractional values can be stored. Even in this also you can store the positive as well as the negative values. Then the third one is a complex, which is a different kind of a data type which has been provided in Python programming language. As you know, a complex number will be of an form a plus ib, where a and b will be the real numbers and I will be an imaginary, and that I value will be equal to square root of -1. To represent those type of numbers, we'll be using a data type, that is a number data type, and that is complex. Then the another one, a subcategory in an integer data type, is Boolean data type. It is a unique data type consisting of only two constants, that is you can have only two values. Those are true and false. A Boolean true value is non-zero, non-null, non-empty. Means it will be having any value. And a Boolean false in the sense its value is 0. Other than 0 is true. If it is 0, then it is a false. A Boolean data type can have only true and false value. Now we shall see the example of these kind of data types in the Python programming language. Now I will open the IDLE Python 3.12 64-bit application, that is the Python software. So the Python software, just this one I will minimize so that it is neatly visible for you. Okay, so this is an interpreter and Python interpreter which will be accepting the command. As I told, there are two types of ways of executing the programs. That is, one is the interactive mode, another one is the script mode. So first one I will explain by using an interactive mode. So this is an interactive mode. In this interactive mode, so first I will take a variable called num1 and I initialize the value as 100. Then I will press enter. That is what I have taken a variable num1 and initialized with the value 100. Now I will write type of num1. So num1 I have initialized the value as 100. That means I have given a value 100. That means the data type of num1 it will display. So what is that? Class int. That means it will belong to an data type of type integer. Similarly, I will take another one. For example, var1 is equal to true. So this is of type what? Boolean. So you can just check type within a bracket var1, close the bracket, enter. So it shows class bool. That means it is of type Boolean. Similarly, I will consider one float type. F is equal to 24.50. Enter. So now I will print the data type of this one. So type of F, you can see it is printing class float. That means this belongs to a float data type, right? So among the numbers I have taken first one integer, second one a boolean variable, the third one and floating point variable. Now I'll consider another one, that is what, a complex number. So I'll take for example F11 is equal to 6 plus, I will give the value, that is it should be of an format a plus ij. So I will give 6 plus 5i. Enter. So it is showing an syntax error. Okay, so I will try once again. So I will just write F instead of F11. I have just taken F, and here is equal to 6 plus I will write 5j. Instead of I have taken j. Okay, so it has accepted the value. Just now I will print this one. So print F, that means it will be printing the value, comma, I will write type within a bracket F, that means it will print the type, that is the data type of F. So here we can see it is printing F value as 6.5G and class, that is the data type, as complex. So earlier I have taken F11, so I write the same thing. F11 is equal to 6 plus 5, instead of I will write j. Enter. So type of F11, close the bracket, enter. So it is showing a class belongs to a complex. So this is what, by using an mode, which mode, it is called as an interactive mode. So this can also be done by using another one mode, that is an script mode. So to open the script mode, so I'll go to file. In this one I'll click on new file. So the new document this is this one, there is a new document. Okay, so here we'll go on typing. So first one I will take a variable of type which one, an integer. That means whatever I have executed till now, the same thing I will consider just in another one mode, that is in an script mode. Instead of interactive mode, I will be considering an script mode. So num1 is equal to 100. Then there I have written type. So here instead of type I will write print within a bracket type within a bracket num1. That means it will print the data type of num1 when I execute the program at that time. Then another one I will take var1 is equal to true. So this one also I will print the data type of this one, print within a bracket type within a bracket variable 1, that is a var1, close the bracket. So two bracket has to be closed also. And next I will consider another one variable, that is of type float. So f1 is equal to 25.60. enter, print open bracket within that type within the bracket f, that is an variable name, close the bracket. so it will print that one as an float type. The another one I have considered as a complex number, so that one also I will write. I will take f11 is equal to 5 plus 6j, enter. So here again same, print, open the bracket, within that type, within that bracket the variable name, so variable name is f11. So when I execute this one, you can see for the first one it will display class int, for the second one it will display class bool, for the third one it will be displaying a class float, whereas for the last one it will be displaying the class as complex. So first you have to save, click on file, click on save, save with any name. For example, I will write the name as variable example, click on save. Then now click on run, click on run module. Now you can see the output. So in the output it is showing an error, f name is not defined. Did you mean f1? So I have made sudden mistake here. What is that? Here I have written f1, okay, whereas here I have written f, so it has to be what? f1, or else make the above one as f. Okay, so now again I will save this one, again I will run, so you can see the output. So for the first one it is displaying, it is for this one print type of num1, it is displaying as class int. For the second one, that is a print type of var1, so var1 I have initialized with the value true. For that purpose it is displaying the data type as bool, it is an boolean. And for the third one, print type of f, so f I have initialized with the value floating point number. For that purpose it is displaying class float, that means it is of type floating point. Then the fourth one, f11 is equal to 5 plus 6j, right? So here you can see it is displaying class complex, but it is a data type of type complex. So this is just a small example of illustrating the data values which has been stored in a variable, and based upon that value it is showing what kind of a data it is, that means what kind of data type it is. I have shown this one in an interactive mode as well as in the script mode. Hope you have enjoyed watching the video and you have learned some of the concepts. Like the video, share the video link with your friends and family members. If you like to encourage me to do these kinds of videos, share your comments in your YouTube channel, that is giving the feedback, as well as share more and more number of video links of mine with your friends and family members. You can also send any amount, even a single rupee, and there is no any compulsion, to my mobile number 9986133188 as a token of getting some knowledge from this video via Google Pay or an Phone Pay, and it is not compulsion to send an amount. If you like to encourage me to do the videos and if it is helpful for you, do gain the knowledge, rule the world, enjoy learning.